Test, test, test. Greetings, 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 royal family. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Welcome to another episode of the Morning Boogie, live and in real time. It's not morning where I am, but it's morning somewhere. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Don't try me is in here. Josie. Josie is the resident royal comedian. Josie is in the building. So what's up, y'all? It's Saturday. Happy Saturday. Where's she at now? You going to timeout. So what's up? Let's see. Let me just wait. Let me get everything set up here. Hold on. As you're coming in the chat, be sure to hit the like button. What's good? And Jeanette is in the building. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Got a couple of things that I wanted to talk about with you guys. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not late. I'm right on time. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Just put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Want to make sure that all is well. Let me pull my notes up. Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm just getting all my notes and stuff together. Got some things to talk about. Y'all notice sisters didn't come on Thursday? The nerve. I was waiting, like, okay, final episode. Let's get this over with. Nope, no episode. Next week, Thursday, they'll be back. The nerve. I'm like, Tyler, knock it off. Like, the nerve of you to skip a week of his poorly written television show. Let's get this over with already. All right, how many minutes we been on here? I think I'm ready. Three minutes in. All right, y'all ready? So y'all can hear me? Good. Good. All right, let's just hurry up and get through these topics so we could just start talking about whatever we want to talk about on this Saturday. So you know how everybody is doing this this versus thing, right? Like it was Swiss Beats, and then it was Teddy Riley, and then it was whoever. It's supposed to be a gospel versus. I talked about that on the What the Friday show. That video is up if you missed it. So gospel versus. Well, the people want Dr. Dre and Diddy. They want to see them battle. Now, although the music is definitely going to take us like down memory lane, I say no. No Diddy and Dr. Dre. Okay, here I'm checking my sound. Sorry, y'all. Here's why I say, well, a few reasons why I say no. First of all, They want to take this off of IG. This whole versus thing is supposed to be like on IG just for the fans, where two greats battle it out. No. Diddy and Dre, probably more so Diddy, they want to take it off of IG and make it a pay-per-view type of event, which means the public or people will have to pay to see this. I'm like, no thanks. If I want to listen to Dre or Diddy, I could just listen for free. I could look them up on YouTube and listen for free, right? Also, Dre and Diddy, right? They were associated with the East Coast and West Coast beefs. Directly associated. And yes, that was a long time ago. I wouldn't be surprised if that was like reignited somehow, some way. Because, you know, people ain't got much of anything to do these days. So everybody's beefing. For Christ's sake, French Montana and Young Thug are beefing. What do they have to beef about? But whatever. So this whole East Coast, West Coast thing would probably be reignited. And we all know how that originally ended. So I say no. Especially if they're going to make it a pay-per-view event where people have to pay. Nah, I'm good. If that's the case, then you might as well just put on a concert. But everyone's social distancing, so no, you can't. I don't know. I don't want to see a battle between them, like a pay-per-view event battle between Dr. Dre and Diddy. What do you think? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm not here for it. Dr. Dre and Diddy. That music would be lit though. Because he's talking about, well, Diddy, we already know. The Bad Boy era is iconic. Dr. Dre, you talking about like the Chronic 2, Eminem. Songs like 50 Cent performed, he produced. I mean, the music would be dope though. But a pay-per-view event? Nah, I'm good. I'll pass. I'll totally pass. So put it in the comments. Let me know what you thinking. All right. Up next. Oh, gosh. Jennifer Williams. She needs our help, ladies and gentlemen. Jennifer Williams is from Basketball Wives, right? Remember Evelyn's ex-bestie? She posted on her Instagram that her Range Rover was stolen. Okay, that's not funny, but this situation is weird. So she put up a picture of herself sitting on top of her Range Rover. And then next to it, there's a picture of some guy. So she posted this again on Instagram, and her post reads, "I'm asking for some help finding my Range Rover that this man, Aaron Nichols, stole from me. He goes by many aliases, including Nick, Daniel, or Chris. He has conned many women and men out of vehicles and large amounts of cash. Lives in Atlanta area and frequents Detroit, Houston, and Vegas. If you have seen him or are a victim of his antics, please DM me, email my attorney," and she put her attorney's name and email address, "or contact the police department in Georgia as there is an active investigation going on. Thanks in advance." So I'm like, well, that girl, you know his name, his aliases, where he frequents, his traveling habits. You sound like Inspector Gadget, right? So you should be on the case. But people in the comments had their opinions. There was one person who said, "Why are you still buying quote unquote broker cars? Oh, maybe your credit is bad." Shaking my head, girl, he probably picked the car up due to late payments or insurance. You know them brokers don't play, with a whole bunch of laughing emojis. Well, Jennifer, she responded to that comment. And she put, "STFU. I have multiple cars in my name through banks, not a broker, and a mortgage. Worry about your own finances, dumb A." Yikes. Somebody needs to call Help Me Howard. Now, why is she getting in the comments responding to anybody? People are going to be shady. People are going to have their comments. But I guess she had time, being that her car was stolen. But she does know a lot about this individual. So did she purchase the car from this guy? How does she know so much about this man? So I'm assuming that she's already made a police report and she's contacted local authorities. But Jennifer Williams needs the help of the public. Again, maybe she should call Help Me Howard. Oh, Lord. That's not funny, but it's just like, girl. And then you're bragging about your finances and your other cars. And I don't know. This just seems a little bit like a scheme of some sorts to me. Is it just me? I don't know. Yes, come back on this coming Thursday. Hey, Anjanette. Lashia is in the building. Greetings, ladies. I don't like Jennifer Williams. They dated or he smashed, right? You like, I don't know. This seems a little bit weird. Something just seems a little bit off. But you know how the streets be talking. So I'm pretty sure that it will come out. I don't know. This just seems like scam. Like I said, she know the man alias is. She knows that he's goes from state to state. So I don't know. Maybe she knew all of this before she had dealings with him or got a car from him, and she thought he wouldn't do it to her. And when he did, she blasted him. I was reading this like, damn. She know his alias names that he go by. That's interesting. Yeah, Jennifer, I don't know. But it's going to come out, though. Trust me. Somebody's going to drop a dime. All right, moving along. Andre Leontelli and Anna Wintour seem to be beefing. And I know you're wondering who the heck is Andre Leontelli. He was the editor-in-chief for Vogue magazine for a very long time. So he is black fashion royalty. Anna Wintour, she is considered quote-unquote fashion royalty as well. Well, he's pretty much outing his so-called friend. I don't know about this. Tell me what you guys think about this, right? So he's writing a book, right? A memoir. The Chiffon Trenches. How fancy. That's the name of his book. So he was the former editor-at-large for Vogue, and he's pretty much giving all the details about his once friendship with Anna Wintour. So in the book, he says that he has huge emotional and psychological scars after working with the Vogue editor, Anna Wintour, for decades. He writes, Anna is not capable of simple human kindness, and she is immune to anyone other than the powerful and famous people who populate the pages of Vogue. He started working at Vogue back in 1983. I remember when he was on America's Next Top Model, and I thought that he should have been, this was a long time ago, I thought that he should have been a constant judge on America's Next Top Model, but his busy life didn't allow him to do so. So Andre, he explains where his relationship with Anna started to go south. In 2016, he started hosting a Vogue podcast that featured celebrity guests. The show was a success, but he took issue with only being paid $500 per episode. The podcast was suddenly canned without explanation. Wendy Williams loves to brag about the fact that she's friends with Andre Leontelli as well. She said they have lunch together, they talk, they gossip, they chit-chat. That's a good friendship to have. And Wendy doesn't spill the beans about certain things. We know she runs her mouth, but yeah, she doesn't dish about what her and Andre talk about. He was on her show a few times as well. Anywho, He said in early 2018, he was ready to start preparing for his regular Met Gala and red carpet interviews. He says nobody reached out to him about the gig. He called the office and was told that the job was quote unquote beneath him, even though he had done it for years. He said that he realized it was a sign that he was being pushed out. So he writes in his memoir, a piece of his memoir, is this was clearly a stone cold business decision. I had suddenly become too old, too overweight, too uncool, I imagine, for Anna Wintour. After decades of loyalty and friendships, Anna should have had the decency and kindness to call me or send me an email saying, Andre, I think we have had a wonderful run with our interviews, but we are going to try something new. She has mercilessly made her best friends people who are the highest in their chosen fields. So he named Serena Williams and Mr. and Mrs. George Clooney, among other people. He says those are her friends. He said, I am no longer of value to her. Andre had a conversation with a former editor of Vanity Fair who had his own issues with Anna. He reportedly told Andre, he said, one day she treats me like a good friend, and the next he treats me as if she had handed over her keys to an unknown parking valet. So in the book, Andre, he writes about what he wants from Anna. He says, today I would love for her to say something human and sincere to me. I have huge emotional and psychological scars from my relationship with this towering and influential woman. He's very colorful and dramatic, you know. So he says, I wonder when she goes home at night, is she miserable? Does she feel alone? So the title of the book again is The Chiffon Trenches, and it's set to be released in September. I feel like Andre has a right to tell his story. I mean, luckily for him, he has lived his life and had an exciting career, so why shouldn't he tell all? Now, my question is he being disloyal by writing about his former friend in his book? You know, some are saying that that's disloyal. Now that you guys are not friends, you know, honor the code. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be talking about any of the things that she has done. But to him, Anna Wintour has proved that she never really was Andre's friend. So could this be considered disloyal? What do you guys think? The Devil Wears Prada. Yeah, he's very extra. He's definitely extra. I like his personality, though. Definitely like his personality. I think that book is going to definitely be a hit. And he's going to start doing press for the book. This should be good. I'm sure he will be on Wendy's couch when everything goes back to normal. Yeah. I think he definitely will be on Wendy's couch. So this will be interesting. What's going to happen is, though, because Anna Wintour is such a big name in the fashion industry, I wonder if she is going to block him, like how Diddy would block somebody who talks about him or who doesn't follow his rules. Like, will she block him from any future works that he may be eligible for? Interesting. I want to know what he's going to write in that book about Anna Wintour, because she has she has like a reputation of being like, you know, Anna Wintour, but he's not the first one to say some not so flattering things about her. Tell it all, Andre. I don't care, because if it was her, she would tell everything. So tell it all. I don't care. Tell it all, because she used you. Speaking of loyalty, let's move on. You know, these two are really an interesting couple. Tammy Rivera and Waka, that is. Deb's boy, Deb's son. So, recently, she visited that, I tell you, that lip service podcast, Angela Yee's podcast, she be getting people up there telling all their business. But I guess that's the purpose of a podcast, right? It's uncensored, and she gets the people talking. So Tammy Rivera, she revealed that she asked her husband, Waka Flocka, for a threesome. And he said no. They do have a show on WeTV, I think it is. Yeah, whatever it's called. What the Flocka. I don't watch. Um, they've been pretty open about their relationship. They were on Love and Hip Hop at one point. So again, Tammy, she was on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast. You know, she said that she's been trying to get her husband to do a threesome, but she has not been lucky so far. He says no. Uh, Tammy says, I think it's so freaking selfish because Ninja, you had your whole career. You had fun your whole career. You done had 3 or 4 B's. You had your fun, and I've been at home being a good little wife. What? Then she was asked how would she feel if Walker was to pick the woman and brought the woman home and said, hey, I got somebody home, babe. I brought somebody home, babe. Let's do this threesome. She says no. She said because he does not have good taste, I guess, in women, and he has been all over the place messing with all different types of women. So she would want to be the one to pick. So she's like, he's a Gemini. He's 10 different people at one time. She also says that Walker gets possessive at times. So a threesome probably wouldn't work anyway. So she says when it comes to her and her daughter that he does get jealous. Like if, for instance, if her friend buys her something, a friend of hers may buy her something, she'll show it to him and he'll be like, oh, that's effing ugly. What? Here's my question. Does Tammy really want a threesome? It's possible. There are women who are married, not married, in relationships with men, and they don't have a problem with inviting another woman into the bedroom. Tiny talked about that. T.I.'s wife, she talked about that as well. She said that they have done that in the past. Didn't seem to work out too well for her at the end because, you know, T.I. started being a cheater. So he would cheat with the women afterwards. Anyway, my question, does Tammy really want a threesome? Is she like testing Walker? Or does she think that a threesome will stop him from cheating? Because she says he's possessive. So a threesome probably wouldn't work anyway. You're just finding out that he's possessive or he gets jealous or whatever. She used the word possessive. That can mean anything. You just figuring this out. So you know that probably wouldn't work. But you're pressing it. You're going public, telling everybody you want a threesome. But Walker says no. Does she really want a threesome though? Or like I said, does she think that this is going to stop him from cheating? I don't know. This is weird. This is the same woman who was very upset and she even broke things off of him for a while because of his cheating. And I don't get it. Maybe I'm not supposed to understand, but it's like, huh? Let me tell you, Walker is a smart man. He may act stupid, but he's a smart man. I don't think that Walker does not want to dibble and dabble with other women. He's proved that he wanted to because he's done so in the past. I just think he doesn't want Tammy around. I just think he doesn't want Tammy around while he's doing it. That's weird. She had problems with this guy being faithful prior to them getting married, even during their marriage. I don't know. This just seems a little gimmicky. This really seems a little gimmicky. I don't know. I don't believe her. I think she's playing games to see how much she can get away with. And then, of course, you know, it's going to make Walker look like Oh, you don't want a threesome? You crazy. Your wife wants to invite another woman in the bedroom and you don't want to? They're a beautiful couple though. But girl, I can see it now. She gets her wish and then it just goes all wrong. It just goes all freaking wrong. Like, girl, stop telling people that you want a threesome, girl. Just Lord, people just stop saying that in public. All right. Moving along. Woo, child. You guys know who this is on the screen. Joyce. I'm not even calling her Mama Joyce. I might, but she's Joyce right now. Miss Joyce. Should she get a pass for her behavior towards Todd? Some people say, yeah, it's Candy's mother. She's old. Mama Joyce is the way she is. That's just the way she is. Others say, heck no. Mama Joyce needs to be put in check. She is out of order and she is out of line. Now, we all know that Mama Joyce speaks her mind. And Candy doesn't really press the gas on her mama the way I think she should, because that's her mama. This toxic loyalty that she has when it comes to Joyce is a little bit weird. So hopefully you guys seen the season finale. On the season finale of the Housewives of Atlanta, Joyce told a story. Remember, she told that story about a lunchbox. When she was a child, she says every time she looks at that lunchbox, it's traumatic. Now, the moral of the story was, of that made up, in my opinion, story was that you can't trust people with your money. And that was clearly a dig at Todd, right? Obviously. Now, here's what I find interesting. When she said that every time I look at that lunchbox, it gives me bad memories, why would you keep a lunchbox that was not yours initially, because the lunchbox wasn't hers when she told the story? Throw the lunchbox in the garbage. As the minute that she said that lunchbox just gives me bad memories, I said, I knew it was some foolishness. Then as she's telling the story, I believe that Mama Joyce made that entire thing up. And then when she got to the end about, you can't trust people with your money, I was cracking up because I said, this woman is out of control. So, of course, Candy sat there, said nothing. Fast forward to Candy's baby shower, right? In the final episode of the season, Joyce ended up not attending Candy's baby shower because she was mad at Todd. And she was a little bit mad at Candy, I guess. She always has an attitude towards Candy, but she was mad at Todd. And Candy, she told him that Mama Joyce wanted an apology. Candy herself wanted an apology. And he should apologize to Mama Joyce for not speaking to her when they were at the restaurant. So Candy revealed on her channel on YouTube that Todd was at the restaurant and they saw him walking across like the parking lot. So he didn't come out and say hi to Mama Joyce and hi to Candy at the restaurant. He said he was hungry, he was tired. Remember in the episode, he said he was tired. He said he was thirsty or hungry, whatever he said. So Mama Joyce got upset when she saw Todd walking across the parking lot. And she must have said to herself, oh my God, he was here the whole time and he didn't speak. Why would you want somebody to speak that you have so much disdain for? You can't stand Todd, right? So why do you care if he speaks or not? I just want to know. Why would you care if he speaks? Okay. My thoughts are of Mama Joyce. Overall, Mama Joyce is rude. She's out of order. And she needs to be checked. I don't care how old she is. How old is she? Like, who cares? It doesn't matter. She may very well be 100% right about Todd, right? I've said this on several occasions. But that does not give her license to disrespect that man the way she has. You know what I'm saying? And it may be funny to some people, and I get it, because it's just so unbelievable. She's extremely unbelievable that it's just like, yo, this woman is crazy. And she's not my mama, so. But I have never looked at Mama Joyce the same since she made those disgusting allegations. Disgusting allegations about Todd's parents. But then again, Todd, he still chose to marry Candy and marry into that family. That woman stood in the kitchen, and Candy listened to her, and she didn't even check her mother. She told Candy that Todd's mama was a hoe and his daddy was a pimp. She said this out of her own mouth. Candy's like, why would you say that? Really? That's your response? And remember, Mama Joyce used to always be in the streets, was always talking. Remember with Carmen, the streets is saying, the streets is saying, the streets is saying. She always used to say that. And when I think Mama Joyce said this, I can't remember if it was it after his mother passed away? Because I know I think his father was deceased. I think this might have been before his mom. Did Todd's mother pass away before or after their wedding? Todd and Candy's wedding? After, right? If so, then she said this before they got married. Because this was around the time the whole prenup situation. That woman stood in the kitchen and said his daddy was a pimp and his mama was a hoe. Candy said, why would you say that? The streets talk. I never looked at that woman the same after that. I said, she is trash. No disrespect to anybody's mother, but let me rephrase that. Her behavior is trash. And I thought that was really low down. Like, I knew Mama Joyce was petty and she would pass her little snobby remarks, but that right there, That right there was nah. I just can't, like, I'm just sitting here thinking like, yo, Candy, you didn't even check, like, Candy, I know Mama Joyce uses the guilt trip on you about how she had to stand on her feet for hours in the pie factory making pies. Remember that? But you've been wealthy for a very long time and successful. And I understand that Mama Joyce stood on her feet to take care of Candy and her brother as well, who passed away. But she a mama. That's what you supposed to do, Joyce. You supposed to work and make certain sacrifices for your children who did not ask to be brought into this world, who were not born being able to take care of and fend for themselves. So you are doing your motherly duties. There are plenty of hands-on parents that make small, medium, and large sacrifices, but sacrifices nonetheless. You ain't no different. So when she hits Candy with that, I used to stand on my feet all day in the pie factory making pies. Well, go on there with your bad pie making self, Mama Joyce. Hook me up with an apple pie recipe, pie baker. Like the way she talks to Candy is as if Candy owes her entire life. Now I get you being there for your mother and you making sure your mother is taken care of. I get that, When people when men go to the NBA or the NFL, or when they get rich, what they do, buy their mama a house. Same thing with their daughters sometimes, right? But honey, she doesn't owe you her life. And that guilt trip seems to work on Candy. And also, Mama Joyce is what? One of 7 or 8 siblings. Like she has quite a few siblings. So I guarantee that when Mama Joyce doesn't like something and Candy tries to kind of stick up for and speak up for herself, I can see it now. She get on the phone with them sisters and brothers of hers, and then everybody's blowing up Candy's phone. Now, why you do your mama like that? Now, you know what your mama had to go through. She had to bury a child. She was in the pie factory making pies. I can hear it now. And then Candy gets jumped and outnumbered. Then she gives in to Mama Joyce's shenanigans. The scene where Mama Joyce was in disguise to get the tea on Phaedra was funny. That's from, when she went into Phaedra's office and she basically tried to cuss Phaedra out. Now, why you hook them up to hook them up? See, all of those things would have been funny. They were funny, but all of those things would have been a little bit more enjoyable for me had Mama Joyce not called that man's mother and father a pimp and a prostitute. Like, to me, that was it. Like, that, I was done with Mama Joyce after that. And that was seasons ago. We're talking about before when they were getting ready to get married. Now, I did laugh at the lunchbox story because I was laughing at her because I knew that was a bunch of BS. But ultimately, like, I don't go up for Mama Joyce, for Candy's mama. And imagine Todd watching that back after that scene. They kept that scene in. And him watching that after his mother has passed and the season has aired, and he watches that. And then he sees his wife like, Mama, why would you say that? And that's all she said. Mama Joy, let me tell you something. I said in my review when Todd was in the restaurant that if he knew Mama Joyce and Candy was there, he should have just came out and said hi. But I'm not mad at him that he didn't. I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't think Todd will ever let that go. Rightfully so. Quite frankly, I'm looking at you sideways, Todd, for you even proceeding to marry into that family. Who knows? Mama Joyce could have apologized off camera. But to be honest, an apology wouldn't make me look at you any better after you apologize. Like you straight up said something about this man's mother and father who had nothing to do with anything. You got your issues, your gripe is with Todd, leave it with Todd. You ain't have no right saying nothing about that man mama and his father. Nothing. You don't know them. And who are these streets that she keep talking about? You said she had the same thing about Carmen. The streets is talking. What you doing in the streets, Mama Joyce? She's disgusting. Her behavior is disgusting. I never looked at her the same, and I don't think I ever will. I would have ripped her. Like I don't know. Does Todd have siblings? I don't think so, right? Is Todd the only child? But if I was Todd's sister, Candy wouldn't like me. Nope. Nope. I would not let you live that down. I would not let her live that down. I would be throwing hella shade. And about that baby shower, right? You mean to tell me you didn't want to go to your daughter's baby shower because you were upset that Todd didn't speak to you at a restaurant? I noticed. Well, before I even go there, another thing that I often say, Candy's always telling Todd everything that her mama says about him. I said this in my review. And to me, it just makes no sense for her to do this, to go back and forth, because all it's doing is increasing Todd's disdain, rightfully so, and very well warranted, for Mama Joyce. You keeping the wedge there. You're not checking your mother about anything that we know of. You know, she may check her off camera. And that's why Joyce probably acts up on camera. But you're not checking her about anything, but you're running back and you're telling Todd as if you have to kind of like, you have to do a temperature check to see how Todd feels, and that determines how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But you allow her to say these things in your presence. I don't think she should get a pass in this instance. Her behavior has proved to be nasty, mean, and bitter. And speaking of bitter, I noticed that at the baby shower, Candy's father was at her baby shower with his new woman. I don't know if he's married to her. Is that his wife, girlfriend, whatever? Maybe that's why Joyce really didn't go. Because I find it hard to believe anything's possible with her. But the reason why you didn't go to the baby shower is because Todd didn't say hello to you. You don't like Todd. I don't want somebody that I don't like speaking to me. Why would it affect you? Candy's father was there with his new wife, girlfriend, whatever she is. That's why you ain't want to go. Bitter. Bitter and angry. You guys remember when Candy showed her mother, this was so bad, when Candy showed her mother her engagement ring. And her mother basically told her that that engagement ring was ugly. Candy got upset, started crying. She's like, Mama, but it's what I wanted. It's the shape that I wanted. That's probably why Candy always she just like crumbles a little bit when she's in her mother's presence. She acts like baby and childlike. Same thing sometimes with Todd. When Todd was like, you getting on my effing nerves. Well, you getting on my effing nerves. And stormed up. I don't know. Joyce, you toxic, man. You toxic. You toxic. I don't care what nobody say. And people think it's funny, like me. I laughed at it in the past. And I laughed at the lunchbox story because she ain't my mama. And it's absolutely ridiculous. If she was my mother, I would be extremely embarrassed. Extremely embarrassed. I wouldn't find any of that cute. However, Candy, you allow it. You allow that foolishness. Todd is like, she'll be all right, man. Todd like, whatever. She'll be all right. Y'all remember Candy's boyfriend prior to Todd, AJ? And he ended up passing away. And he was on the show every once in a while. Him and Riley had a really good relationship, which I loved. And I remember she was so little. Riley was so young. And she was really sad when AJ passed away because Candy had been with him for quite some time. Now, Mama Joyce talking about the streets is talking, right? And Mama Joyce got all this lip and all this smoke for Todd. Y'all ain't noticed? Mama Joyce ain't never tried AJ like that. She was tight-lipped. She never spoke ill of him. She never spoke wild to him. I don't even remember Joyce saying anything about AJ to Candy. Remember I think they went to like a counseling session. Mama Joyce and her wig was sitting there quiet as a church mouse. Talk back to me, chat. You remember? She ain't never talked to AJ like that or about AJ like that. She never said. She was tight-lipped. Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember. Mm-hmm. Oh, Todd has a brother? Oh, okay. I thought he was the only child, but it's possible. You didn't watch the spinoff? No, this was in AJ was in earlier seasons of Housewives when Candy first came on there. You remember AJ, right? AJ wasn't as vocal as Todd. He seemed kind of quiet. But Mama Joyce ain't talk that talk to AJ. No God. Not the way she talks to Todd. Mm-mm. She ain't talk to AJ the way she talk to Todd or talk about AJ. Nah. Right. I think when she says the streets are talking, it's really her. Exactly. You got 6 kids and that's his child support. She said that to Candy. No, she spoke on AJ, but not the way she speaks about Todd. Nah. I think she knew what was up. I think she knew what was up. AJ was king his own money. Yeah, AJ had money. He sure did. He sure did. Yep. I love that him and Riley were cool. But yeah, he ended up getting killed in a club. That's wild. Candy probably dates guys that she know her mother would wouldn't like, probably just to get under her mother's skin. That's probably her way of getting back at her mother, like being like passive aggressive. I don't know. And I understand a mother looking out for their child. Um I think Mama Joyce treats Candy like Candy is dumb. She treats Candy like Candy is dumb and that she can't make any decisions. Yep, AJ put his foot down at the door with Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce, her lip used to be tight lip. She didn't try all of that flying off at the mountain. Not with AJ. AJ kept her in check, whether he did it voluntarily or just his presence. Like whether he did it and confronted her, like, look, I don't play those type of games. Or she just knew what's up because the streets, aka the voices in her head, let her know. Not that one. That's why I was so shocked when she just would come at Todd like, yo, she really think Todd is a punk. Cause she didn't have all this energy for AJ, right? Mm-mm-mm. She do treat Candy like Candy don't got no sense and she can't make no decisions or whatever. And if that's the way you feel about your grown daughter, your adult daughter, then that's insecurities in how you raised her. You must feel guilty about something that you either exposed her to or taught her. Because why would Candy not be capable of making good decisions for herself? She's making the decision to take care of you financially. Is that a bad decision also? Oh, of course not, because it's benefiting you. She's making the decision to financially support other grown people. I'm pretty sure all her aunts and uncles, cousins and them. Hmm. She just, I just think that this is the toxic. This is just toxic, child. But what if Candy was to say, mama? What if what if Candy was to say, mama, I'm gonna put you on an allowance You know what I'm saying? And I have to cut costs and I have to dial it back. The first person she gonna blame is Todd. Then she gonna go on and basically indirectly tell Candy how stupid she is. Wouldn't no man tell me what to do with my money. Mama Joyce, you ain't got no man. She's just bitter. You see bitterness all over her. And I think when people laugh at her antics, like when she was on the reunion one year, and they laughing at her antics, like, "Oh, Mama Joyce don't play. Mama Joyce don't play." It eggs her on. And I think Candy is very embarrassed and uncomfortable by it. And that's why she just rolls her eyes and is like, "Oh, Lord, Mama." Because what else is she going to say? She'd be crying every day. Man, this is imagine growing up in a household with this woman, and imagine if Candy was not as financially successful as she is now. Imagine how Mama Joyce would treat and talk to her. Candy did say she supports extended family. Yeah. Look at her face in the picture. Just look at her. That scowl. I can't tell you the last time I seen Mama Joyce smile. Akbar V2. Yeah, she helps out Akbar. And probably Akbar's kids. Because how many kids Akbar V got? She got a few of them things. Right? I wonder if her siblings check her, Joyce. They probably do, and she don't care. She said, "Ain't no," what she say to Todd? "Ain't no mountain high enough to keep me from something, to keep me off your behind," or something like that. Okay, Todd does still look like an opportunist, spending and losing money on business that he bought and didn't open. Like, I don't disagree with that. Todd can everything that Mama Joyce is saying could very well be 100% true about Todd. Her suspicions could be very well, they could be correct. But she has no right. She had no right saying what she said about that man, mama and father. None. And this is what has made me look at her with a lot more disdain. Just to look at her like, yo, she really out here bugging. As far as financially, I do think that Candy is good. Todd gonna take Mama Joyce to the hair salon. Okay. Oh my God. She got a shake and go wig. Mama Joyce don't need to go to the hair salon. She got that shake and go out the pack. Mama Joyce said, "Ain't no mountain high enough to keep me off your ASS, baby." That's what she said? I'm probably remixing it. Oh man. Nah, but she out of order. Out of order. And it's funny because during the season I was like, where is Mama Joyce? Because this is boring. And I guess I called her up because they saved the heavy artillery for the last episode. And she, yo. Candy definitely is paying attention to her funds. Trust me. She probably got a tracking device on Todd, and Todd don't even know it. And you know what? As much as I don't care for him at all, I do believe, I could be wrong, but I do believe that that Don Juan, hmm I believe that he's looking out for Candy. Even though I don't really care for him. But if Todd slips up and something don't look right, Don Juan gonna be the one to tell it. I think Don Juan is gonna tell it. Don Juan ain't gonna say nothing to Todd. He ain't gonna say nothing to Todd because low key, I think that he's on Team Mama Joyce. But I don't think he's gonna. I don't know if he said that in the past. I think he's like, he goes along with Mama Joyce. Like he feels the way Mama Joyce feels. However, he just moves a little bit different. Candy ain't worried about that money, honey. She got her what you call it? She got her stuff in order. Mm-hmm. Yep. What is that name of that Common King? No, no. Todd ain't gonna do that. Todd ain't stunting Mama Joyce. He ain't stunting Mama Joyce. Todd's just like whatever. You know. Always have, always will. Don Juan don't play. Yeah. Don Juan don't. I don't really trust Don Juan, but whatever. He just got a stank attitude, and maybe she needs somebody like that on her team. Mm-mm-mm. Um, hold on. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, let me see if I can pull up this picture of the Let's get Mama Joyce out of here, yo. She disrespectful. Hold on. Ain't no mountain high enough. Okay. Oh, did y'all hear? So we are going to be getting a Housewives reunion. I still don't know if I care. But according to Andy, the Housewives reunion is going to be epic. That's what he says. I'll believe it when I see it. So they started filming on Thursday, I think it was. And he said that it was so intense that he felt that he needed a shot. I don't trust Andy. Like I said, I'll believe it when I see it. On Michelle Atalian Brown, Michelle Brown, blogger, on her channel, she revealed the seating chart. And you see Nene and Kenya, they're at the top, and Andy is in the middle. So they will be online in a video conference style virtual reunion. So when I say seating chart, like it looks like the Brady Bunch boxes. So Andy is at the top, and to his left is Kenya, to his right is Nene. So that's the first 3 rows of people. Then the next 3 rows, I don't even remember who it was. I know that what's her name? Marlo and Tanya are in the middle. They're in the middle, and they are like, because they're friends of the show. So they weren't. It was like it looked like a not a dress rehearsal, but kind of like a rehearsal. Because the picture that Michelle put up, she had to have gotten that from. She probably got that from Nene. I wouldn't be surprised if like she took a screenshot and sent it to her. They were like in their pajamas, so they weren't dressed. So I'm thinking that they were working out the kinks, and you see how everything was arranged. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I believe Andy. I have to. I got it. Like I said, Andy's saying that because he wants people to tune in. Now here's the thing. They started filming on Friday, right? So we don't know how many parts there are going to be. Um, is it going to air on Bravo? Like they're filming it, so they're going to edit it, and it's going to be pre-recorded, which is good. I don't think that they should do it live, like in real time. I think that would be a mess. Just to keep some sort of organization and some sort of order, actually. Yes, pre-recorded, iron out the kinks, edit it, you take your breaks and stuff like that, because there's a lot to get through for this season. Like, I really feel that there's a lot of things that need to be addressed, and I hope that they are not going to water it down because it's done virtually. That part I doubt. I think if everything is working the way it's supposed to, them questions are going to be asked, and if he's still doing questions from the viewers, people are going to be calling out Kenya for not remembering where she got married. Because I caught that even before Michelle posted it on her channel, Michelle Brown. So I wonder if it's going to be edited and beautified and put on Bravo. It would be wise if they put it on Bravo and we don't have to go to some YouTube channel to watch it. That'll be ratings for Bravo. So I'm expecting the sound to be good, the connection to be good. So I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not trusting anything that Andy says. I will believe it when I see it. Michelle said it. Oh, it is 2-part. Michelle said that it is 2-part. And she is the snake. Giovanna is. Oh, Giovanna came on there too? Who said it was? Michelle said it was epic too? How did she see it? Candy came on live and said that they were taping and it was already drama on Thursday. Oh, so they're wasting no time. Okay. I can only take Candy in small doses on her live, on her YouTube channel. She's annoying. I think it better be worth the wait. Again, a part of me, I started to lose interest, but I'm going to watch. I wonder who's going to bring up the fact that, who's going to bring up that point? Like, Kenya, probably Andy. Kenya, where did you get married? And she's going to dance around the question. I don't think that Andy is going to spare Kenya as far as grilling her about the rumors about her marriage. I wouldn't be surprised if she really was married and she was just like going along with the rumors to just gain momentum and keep people watching and speculating, because Kenya, she wants to keep her spot on the show. And she's got to make up for the season that she was absent. Like, she's trying to solidify her spot, So I do hope everybody's internet connection is strong and intact, because we do not have time for any of them to go Teddy Riley on us. We've waited long enough for this. But I don't think so. I think everything will be in order. 2 parts. Let me look at the comments. Nene's son was live yesterday, and you could hear talking about someone on the reunion. Oh, so Michelle said it was epic, and it was a lot of receipts. Yeah, she must be talking. Nene must be feeding her some information. She says she is coming out of quarantine for this. Yeah, I be watching Michelle. Sometimes when a lot of people be sending me stuff via DM, I already see it, but I just don't be saying nothing. I just don't be saying that because I like to see like when one person, but Michelle is credible though. She's been in the game for a long time. Like when one person says something, I like to see who else, a couple of other YouTubers I watch, you know, and I like to see what their commentary is on it, or if they drop something before Michelle. Just kind of like, I just be watching. You know, you gotta keep your ears and your eyes to the streets. I don't want Phaedra or Sheree to come back. Really? I would take Phaedra and Sheree for a trade off for Cynthia to go. Honestly, Eva, I don't care if Eva stays or goes. She don't bother nobody. I mean, I get it. People say that she's boring. She doesn't bring anything to the show, but whatever. I could take her or leave her. It doesn't really matter if Eva leaves. Cynthia, yeah, though. She could go. They're not going to get rid of Kenya's definitely earned her spot for next season because of all of this. You know what I mean? Like 75% of the season, if not more, was surrounded around Kenya and her own drama or drama with someone else. You know, I would even say 90% of the drama surrounded Kenya and whosoever. So they're bringing Kenya back. Nene's gonna be coming back. But who was it? Tasha K? Tasha K said that Cynthia's out of there. I think she got demoted to friend to the show. Don't know how true it is. So we'll just have to wait next season and see. And that Sheree and Phaedra is coming back. I wouldn't be surprised if Sheree returns because all right. I talked about this already, but I'm bringing it back up. How do you guys feel about Sheree's reporting that her mother was missing, right? At the time that Sheree reported that her mother was missing, she had already been gone 2 weeks. So she reported that her mother was missing, and then 2 days later, after putting it up on IG, oh, I found my mother. It's all good. I found her safe and healthy, and gave no more details after that. Did that seem weird to y'all? It did to me. It seemed real gimmicky, especially because she gave no further information. You know, it was reported that her mother was in Ohio somewhere, and this is according to some police sergeant or something like that from the Ohio Police Department. But Sheree said nothing else. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I ain't saying she lying, but I'm just saying. You don't want Phaedra or Sheree. Girl, Michelle said that there was a YouTuber that took her content. Took what content? And who? Did she say who it was? Replace them with anyone else but lying Faye. Bring Apollo on. God, no. Ew. No. Ugh. We live, LB, and even if we were pre-recorded, what's the problem, sweets? We live in real time. Greetings, by the way. Happy Saturday. Sheree is crazy. Apollo and his woman would be good. Have you seen? Did you see his girlfriend? Like how his girlfriend is a. Teddy, no, I was not late. Josie, lies. They found her. Apollo going after Angela Stanton too. Really? Really? Y'all want to see Apollo back on the show? Or Josie, you said that, right? Bring Apollo on. Why? Ew, he's... don't like Apollo is a cornball, yo. Like I would rather see Peter back on the show than Apollo, and certainly not that girlfriend of his. Ugh. Look at y'all in here starting trouble. Don't do that. But I think Apollo is trying to get his name out there because he's always on Michelle. But Michelle and Peter's conversations I enjoy. I have to say. Michelle and Peter's conversations I have to say I enjoy. But Josie, who was the YouTuber that Michelle accused of stealing her content, and what content did she say they were stealing, or she didn't say? If Phaedra comes back on you. Okay. Plus he's friends with the fellas. I don't think like if he come oh my god. If Apollo comes back on, I don't know if Candy would be excited about that. Right? I don't think she really fooled with Apollo too tough. Peter won't do it. Yeah, I don't think Peter will do it. He got a lot going on, and too much of his business is already out there. So he probably like, I'm laying low. But I do like Peter and Michelle's conversations that they have. Peter said, "Hell to the no, to the no." Yeah, but Apollo, it's a no for me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm good. Peter won't do it. I don't want to see Apollo. He good. Where she played him on her video and got taken down. So she was right. Mm, I think it's time for them to. I think it's time for them to. Yeah, they could bring on some new housewives, man. I'm trying to think who could. Yeah, Cynthia, she can go. Cynthia can go. Madama. Uh, Tanya, she could still be a friend of the show. Marlo still could be a friend of the show. I don't want Marlo. I've said it before. Why I don't want Marlo to get a peach. Okay, Bravo. Bravo don't want the feds around. Word. That's what I was thinking. Man, Apollo. Oh my God, that man was telling on himself. He. Word. Comment King. Greetings. Bravo ain't stupid. They don't want the. That's probably why they ain't gonna bring Phaedra back either. Word. It would be interesting because he had a thing for Kenya. Yeah, and he was making comments about her man being a jerk. Apollo is I don't want to see him. He corny to me. Like he's really corny. But yeah, Cynthia, who else could go? I mean, like I said, Eva, I could take her or leave her. Now, would you want Candy to go? Marlo needs a peach? Nah, I disagree. I know why people say that they want Marlo to have a peach, but I think that she should continue to stay friend of a show. She's got a nice, cute contract. She gets a nice, cute coin from Bravo, and they stay up out her business. That is the advantage of her being friends of the show. I just think if she becomes a peach holder, they're gonna be all in her business. They're gonna require a lot more, and plus she has her nephews, so she's got to be careful. So that's my opinion. I get it. I get the way. Hey, all the way up north. Greetings. Shout out to the Bay. Quiet as kept. Cynthia is gone according to the blogs. Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm not surprised though. We don't like Cynthia, girl. Bye. I had to click off your growing up hip hop to get on live. Shout out to all the way up north. Was on another video and left to come on the live. I know that's right. Well, welcome. So we're just talking about that virtual reunion of Housewives season 12 of Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, they pushed back Potomac. I never seen Potomac. I've never watched an episode of the Potomac Housewives. I hear it's really good, but they pushed that season back to the summer, so that's not returning until the summer. Candy can go, right? Yeah, Candy can go for me. Like, her, take you and your bit of mama and galong, just guan. Yeah, I'm good. Candy could go. So that's two people. No, I love Candy. She's a fellow Taurus. Yes, she is a fellow Taurus. However, Candy, no. Eva, yes. Candy doesn't have a good storyline. Greetings, gathers. Welcome. Candy, no. Eva, yes. But, okay. Candy is getting her own spinoff anyway. So I'm wondering if she will eventually... Nah, she probably still has to be affiliated with, what's the show called? Housewives. Okay, Aunt Bev. I love Auntie Bev. Make sure you check out my Growing Up Hip Hop review. Growing Up Hip Hop LA is back. So make sure you check that video. That's up. But Candy, if she's getting her own spinoff, I don't think that she's not going to get the Kim Zolciak deal, right? Like, you see how Kim Zolciak got her own spinoff and has been on for a couple of seasons, and she said that it's supposed to be going back. And she never returned back to Housewives. I don't think Candy's going to get that deal. Andy showed preferential treatment to Kim. Anywho. You're on Candy's text list? She texted the other day that the reunion was a lot of drama. Yes, somebody did mention that. Well, I feel better knowing that Candy, there's two people confirming that Candy said that. So I believe Candy. Andy said it. Andy was like, it was intense or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, he probably saying that because he want people to tune in. But yeah, besides Nene, Candy brings the ratings along with Kenya. You think Candy brings you think Candy brings in a lot of ratings? Is it because, I could see that this past season because of all of the drama that was going on with her in the family. But outside of that, I don't know. I guess it depends. It depends on who you ask. Like, everybody tunes in. Everybody has their favorite and their not so favorite. And everybody tunes in because they want to know what happened with this character. That's what I call them, characters. What happened with this one? What happened with this storyline? But I can't say that I ever tuned into because I want to see what happened with, not this season, with Candy and Todd. That's just me. Candy is safe, so I think she's good. She's good for business. See, that's the thing. That girl, she knows what she's doing. She's good for business. I don't think that Andy is willing to get rid of Candy. I don't think he would be willing to get rid of Candy because she cross promotes all of her business, her outside business dealings. Everyone knows that she's affiliated with Bravo and Housewives, right? Even though we know Candy from Escape, from the group Escape, it seems like her brand now is Bravo and Housewives and OLG and Bedroom Candy. But Bravo is in that bag, of affiliations, of associations, right? I don't think that Andy is gonna get rid of Candy, because you see how quick he was willing to get Phaedra up out of there because of, what she said, how Candy felt, and Candy made it very clear that if Phaedra stays on the show at that time, that she wouldn't return. And she also says if Phaedra comes back, she doesn't think that she will return. So again, Candy is good for business. You're talking about, oh well, like I said, she cross promotes, which is just great. She gets to promote her products and her businesses on Bravo, and also, people are going to be tuning in, and Bravo gets promotion. It's genius. I don't think Andy ain't getting rid of Candy. He ain't getting rid of her at all. So I'm wondering though, if she gets her spinoff show, right? Will she leave Housewives? Would she be able to do that? Because I doubt it, because I don't think that her spinoff show, people are not that interested in Candy outside of Housewives. I just don't think that people are interested in her outside of Housewives. That's my opinion. I wonder if, knowing Candy, they probably don't. I don't think, Candy probably got to set up like, Bravo, you ain't getting none of this money. Psych. Well, Kim refused to film and was still under contract. Her show was to complete the contract. It ended up doing well, so it had more seasons. But isn't that interesting though? But not Kenya. What's her name? Kim. Her refusing to film and she still remained under contract. Like I said, she gets preferential treatment, I think. I live here, remember, but I don't care what they do. I saw Greg and Nene coming off 22 weeks ago. Bentley. Wait, what do you mean, Antoinette? You live here, but you don't care. I live here, remember, but I don't care what they do. What do you mean by that? I know you live in Atlanta, right? But what do you talk, like, I don't know. Maybe you're responding to somebody else? I don't know. You caught that, Gathers? Just for you, kiddo. I'm so glad Greg is doing so much better, right? Oh, Nene can go. And yes, she can leave Housewives because her businesses make her coins. I think she needs the show though to promote her businesses. Now she's doing well for herself, obviously, but if she left the show now, she would be good because she's promoted enough, and all her businesses have built up momentum, and built a name for themselves outside of Bravo. But she utilized the Bravo platform, especially for the OLG, to build and promote the heck out of OLG. And I think that's a genius idea. So even if she wanted to leave the show, she would still be good. The Bedroom Candy's going to be doing good. What else? The OLG, she has 2 restaurants now. And again, we saw her building that brand while she was on Housewives. So free promotion. So that was smart. So anyway, that's that on that. One, 2, 4. It's 1:24. I've been on here for an hour and 23 minutes. I'm signing off. It's all entertainment. It's just like a soap opera. You got characters on a soap opera, and we sit around and chit chat about who shot JR. Same difference. That's why I call them characters. Well, best of luck to them all. I just want to see what's going to take place in this reunion. Nene has no business. That's why she cried about Candy getting Bravo specials and not her. She's such an envious person. You know, I like Nene at times, but I don't understand her because this is the same woman that sat on a live with Tamar and said that she's been offered shows that she's rejected. Girl. They don't act like that after the show except Candy. Tanya and Portia, they are always the same in person. Yeah. I tell you, it's acting. You got to put on for that check. Them Bravo checks are good for some of them ladies. A 2 brick and mortar plus the concession stand at the arena. Nene has a boutique. She has 2, no? She has 2 boutiques, I think, Nene. And her boutiques are doing well. And because of she used the leverage from the show. Because let's say Nene would have left in season 3 or season 2 and she opened up a boutique. Who would care? Had Sheree stayed on the show, who knows where She by Sheree. Ooh, a fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful. Who knows where Sheree would have been and her She by Sheree brand would have been by now if she remained on the show and actually had some fashions. Cross promotion, baby. Marketing 101. And it works. I'm not mad at it. A fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful. Yo, Andy used to crack me up. As much as I don't care for him, he used to have me laughing whenever, remember I said this before, whenever the guests would come to the treehouse to watch what happens live. Are you wearing She by Sheree? It doesn't matter. It didn't matter who it was, male or female. Now, is this She by Sheree? Oh, Nene has 3 boutiques? Go on, Lanithia Nene Leaks. Woo. Do you think Kim gets special treatment because of the time Nene pulled her hair and didn't get reprimanded? No, that was Sheree that pulled her hair. She straightened her wig out, as Sheree said. Sheree be having me laughing too sometimes. No, I think Kim gets preferential treatment because she's white. Point blank, period. I think she gets preferential treatment because she's white. Nene doesn't know how to promote her business through Housewives. She should be asking Candy for classes. Now, you know Nene's pride. I don't disagree. Nene's pride will never let her do that. Nene is relying solely on the fact that she's a housewife, an OG housewife, to promote. Like, she figures, like, I'm Nene. I'm an OG. That's enough. What about the Ramona eye mask? Ramona's from what? Ramona's from New York Housewives. That's the only. I never watched New York. Never seen one episode of the New York franchise. Potomac. Yeah, those are the 2 franchises I've never watched. So I'm assuming Ramona. I think Ramona's from New York, right? I'm not doing what? I'm not doing this with you today. It's true. Tell me I'm lying that Kim is not getting preferential treatment because she's white. A white woman. Come on now. Y'all know what Andy gives. Not like, come on. Y'all know what Andy gives. Kim never wanted to film with them girls. Kim never wanted to go out the country with them girls, honey. Kim was always filming with her people, her family. Preferential treatment. I didn't want to say the same, but yeah, she's white and that's that on that. Yeah, pretty much. Straight no chasing. Folks were clowning Sheree for years. Does Sheree mother have dementia? You know, I don't know. And I was asking that question earlier. I wonder, well, not about dementia. I wonder the same thing. But I just find it very interesting, to say the least, that her mother was missing, and then she went on Instagram and said that her mother was missing. 2 days later, after that Instagram post or announcement, you found your mother and you gave no explanation, nothing. You said nothing else. So I'm wondering if this was to kind of get her name buzzing because she might be returning to Housewives for next season. And I know that seems like totally crazy to do. Yeah, I was wondering that. And she said that her mother oftentimes takes vacations without letting anyone know. It's either yes that she has, dementia, and Sheree doesn't want to let anyone know because they found her in Ohio, according to the police. Sheree didn't even say that. So it's either that her mother has like the early stages or of dementia, or has dementia, and she doesn't want to let the public know. Sheree doesn't want to let the public know, or Sheree was, I don't know, just seemed weird. My mother hasn't ever got on a plane and don't tell nobody. Yeah. Yeah, Andy likes candy, of course. Candy like Massa. Massa is giving her, what she need. Candy's playing by the rules. She not upsetting Massa. Of course, they have a great relationship. She stays in her place, and he gets to dictate what and what. So. But I think they get along, genuine. Candy doesn't give him any problems, see, but that Lanithia though, see. That Lanithia is not just gonna sit there and let Andy throw his shady comments. See, Candy will laugh it off. She's not gonna check Andy. Every time Nene checks Andy, my heart smiles. I love it. I love every minute of it because look, yes, I work for this network, and yes, you appear to be, in charge of the girls somewhat. But let me remind you that you don't run nothing over here. You don't tell me. I love it. I love it because Andy has his little digs. He will pass his little remarks, and I love it. Sheree been irrelevant. I'm mad at Sheree, man. I'm really mad at her, man. Because I really wanted that. Remember, I was talking about this before with her house? I want her house to be done. Because I think that Sheree's house, in my opinion, was the baddest of them all. But no. You wanted to go link up with con man Kenny over there, embezzling money. Embezzling money and whatnot. Now Sheree's life consists of, you have a collect call from, girl, house still ain't done. No, Massa be trying Nene, okay, and Nene be getting him together, because I'm telling you, the little slick digs that he be making, and not just Nene, at everybody. I don't be feeling that. I don't be feeling that. Andy know exactly what he doing, and Nene gets him together all the time, and I love every minute of it, and she will continue to do so, and I love it. Yeah, Nene said that she turned other shows down. Right? Yeah, she was on live with Tamar, and she was just talking about how she's turned down several shows, and then she says offline, I have to talk to you about an idea, and then you complaining about spinoffs. I can't. I just can't. Who knows though? I tell you one thing. Don't tell me to hurry up. Go on, get along then. If that's where you want to be, bye. Thanks for stopping by. Don't tell me to hurry up. It's Saturday. I ain't got nothing to do. And I came on to speak with those who were interested in speaking with me. Period, Pooh. See, I see Josie. Josie, your name lit up in blue and you don't know how to act. I'm about to put you in timeout. You up here cutting up on this Saturday. You made me forget what I was about to say, man. Chill. What was I about to say? Dang. I don't forgot what I was talking about. Thanks a lot, Josie. I'm over my time anyway. I try to keep these lives an hour. Well, you know what? Bye. I don't want to talk. I'm hanging up. I don't want to talk to you no more anyway. Sometimes Andy be doing way too much. Yeah, he does. He throws those little digs. Oh, I was talking about Nene and these so-called spinoffs. But she's still what I was gonna say was they've done a great job keeping us interested in the Housewives franchise. I'm the boss. I can come late. I be giving people a courtesy when I come on live. I'll be like, all right, let me wait 2 and 3 minutes because I know YouTube and the notifications don't always go out. So I'd be courteous. I wait 2-3 minutes. That's why I be counting minutes. Like, all right, let me get started now because, don't do me. Yeah, they've been keeping us interested. Oh, that's what you're gonna be talking about? Yo, Michelle. Nene, stop telling Michelle everything because that's exactly who she's getting it from. She getting it from Nene. I have to say bravo to them. Pun intended. See what I did there? Bravo. Yeah. Whatchamacallit? All of them have been keeping us interested. Even Eva. Eva wanted all the smoke with Nene. You know, she gave a lot of action. You know. You better not leave us, Royal B. We not ready. Nah, cause y'all gonna behave. Y'all cutting up today. I love every minute of it. I'm coming back with a live later. And I'm gonna talk about, yes, I'm very extra, Josie, all day and twice on Saturdays. On Sunday, I'm very laid back and mellow. But that's why you love me, don't you? Tell the people how much you love me. I'm gonna come back later and with a live. It depends because Michelle lives sometimes be long, so she has to chop them up or whatever. So I'll come back later, and I also want to talk about Offset. I was supposed to do that yesterday, but I didn't. So I want to talk about Offset and his child support. Michelle, she's a blogger in Atlanta. She's straight from the A. Michelle @Leon Brown is her channel. Yeah, she does. She's been in the game for a very long time, and she's had some beefs along the way. Lord have mercy. So, she's from Atlanta. But yeah, I'm gonna come back and talk about what's his name, Offset, because I have some strong opinions about this whole child support thing and his this woman, this baby mother, the mother of his daughter, and everybody's talking about Cardi B's involvement, and she's trying to for clout and trying to be a rapper. So I'm gonna have some strong opinions. It's not me. I'm not going to the corner. It's Josie's turn. Let me tell you something. Josie got her desk and everything set up from the corner. Okay. I'm still here, Felicia. Oh my God. We got to behave ourselves in front of company. Like, as the platform starts to grow and we have more people, I don't want them thinking that we crazy, but it's just for now, you know what I'm saying? We good. We amongst ourselves, but in front of company, we don't want to scare the guests off. You can't put me in timeout. Josie, you got a wrench. See, I got the toolbox, sweetie. I got the toolbox. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to put me in timeout. Can you imagine? Offset his child support. Yeah, I have some strong opinions. So I'm sure somebody's gonna be offended, but I don't care. It is what it is. Listen, my birthday is coming up next month, and I'm getting 1 year older. And as I get older, I'm reaching that age. Like, you know how some, like Mama Joyce age, they think they can say whatever they want to say and people give them a pass. I'm getting closer and closer to that age. You know what I'm saying? I got a long way to go, because I think once you hit like maybe like retirement age, like 64, 65, whatever your retirement age is for your generation, you know what I mean? My generation, we ain't gonna have no retirement age. The way things are looking, the economy, child. I was telling my brother just the other day, we're gonna have to work up until the day of our funeral. Okay? the way things are looking. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna save that for later. I already have everything, my notes and all that stuff, and my points and my thoughts offset, and then I'm gonna try to catch Michelle's live and come back with that. So maybe I'll do a 2-in-1. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do one video, a regular upload for she said I had no idea what the wrench. Of course, it's always all laughter here. We love each other. Come on, man. You guys in here are my longtime ride or die royal family members. All the way up north says, I'm sure I'll agree. Now you know, all the way up north, I had some videos that had some strong opinions, and people had some opposing strong. They got mad. You can't get mad at an opinion of someone that you don't know. I don't even come on camera anymore. So who knows if they even go far back enough to even look at my videos when I was on camera. You don't even know me. I don't care though. I'm embracing it. The older every year, I'm just gonna. Your birthday is May 3rd and mine is May 17th. Go Taurus. Go Taurus. Yes. It's Taurus season, baby. May 3rd, May 17th. Yes. So anyway, this is already too long. I always do this. I try not to go over an hour, and I try not to go over an hour and 30 minutes. What time? Tool time. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Offset's video might not be alive, but I think it'll be more fun if it is alive. But I'll probably just watch Michelle's live and then go. I don't know. I'll set it like 30 minutes before time, so that'll give YouTube time for the notifications to go out. But yeah, I don't have anything else to do today. I'm about to go walk my dog and get ready for Michelle's live, I guess, and catch up on. I gotta watch Shots at Sunset, so that will be up later. So I do have something to do. But yeah, I'm signing off, y'all. I'm about to get off this phone because the battery is dying, and I have to go put this phone on the charger. All right. So, you know, just a little ratchet bug bit me today. So I'm a little ratchet right now. But yes, guys, thanks for joining me today. We have fun. Yeah, you've seen me, Josie, of course, because you watch my older videos. I still look the same. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just lazy. And this is a lot easier for me. Anyway, I'm signing off, y'all. I'm going to put this phone on the charger, and I'm going to call you guys back. So hopefully... Oh, wow, your mom is May 18th? Wow. Shout out to the Tauruses. That's why Josie loved me so much. See? She liked Tauruses. Josie, you like ratchet. You don't want me to be ratchet? All right, I won't be. All right, I'm signing off. You guys are so funny. I missed y'all for real, though. I missed the live shows. But yeah, I'll be back. So just make sure your notifications are on. Check the channel. I'll be back at some point today. What time? I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Michelle is Patreon. Oh, I forgot. You said you are signed up to her Patreon. Yeah, I don't. Oh, she's going live on Patreon, is what you're saying? I thought you meant she was going live on YouTube. But she ends up uploading those videos from her Patreon, right? Y'all pray for me, being that I do live in Atlanta. They say that I say stay healthy because... Oh, you are an essential worker? You stay safe too, Anjanette. And shout out to all essential workers that are out there working hard. And ultimately, like, some people are scared. Some people are putting their lives on the line in a sense, especially healthcare workers. So you stay safe. We definitely